I'm on. Namaste, everyone. You all are welcome in Patanjali Yog Sutra session. And today we are going to do Sutra number 1.5, 6 and 7. So in the last session, we discussed all the vrittis, right? हमने देखा कि मन का दृष्टा स्वरूप क्या है और मन का दृष्टा स्वरूप होने से क्या हमें रोकता है, right? So we have discussed all the vrittis and what stops us to bring in our drashta swarup, and we discussed what is non drashta swarup. So when we are abiding in the form of vrittis, we are away from our drashta swarup. जब हमारा मन वृत्तियों में फंस जाता है तब हम हमारे दृष्टा स्वरूप में टिक नहीं पाते, है ना? हमको झलक भी मिलती है तो हम वहां से वापस लौट आते हैं because of this vrittis. So in sutra number 5 we have discussed all the vrittis, that is panchataiha klista aklista है. हमने देखा कि 5 जात की जो वृत्तियां हैं, problematic and non problematic. So today we are going to see further sutras. So for that, just stay tuned, just sit back and relax. Keep your eyes closed, आंखें बंद कर लें. एक लंबी गहरी सांस भरे और छोड़ दे. Take a long and deep breath one more time and breathe out completely. We'll chant Omkar for 3 times. We'll chant invocation mantra for Rishi Patanjali. Yogena chittasya padena vacha malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena yopakarot tam pravaram muninam patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi. Exhale and bow down. Inhale and come up. So after invocation mantra, we will start with sutra number 1.6. That is chapter number 1, Samadhi Padaha, and sutra number 6. So we discuss all the vrittis, problematic and non-problematic. And further she explains more in detail about all the vrittis. So here in 1.6, he's saying about pramana, viparyaya, vikalpa, nidra and smriti, smritayaha. So he discussed all the vrittis of pramana. So we have seen that our mind wants proof for everything. कुछ भी चीजों के लिए हम अगर देखें तो हमारा मन बिना किसी कारण प्रमाण के लिए चला जाता है, proof finding vrittis of the mind. Then after that, the stronger than the pramana is viparyaya, that is a wrong knowledge. So मन गलत ज्ञान में चला जाता है. हमारे अंदर की जो धारणा होती है उस हिसाब से ही मन उसको देखने लगता है. प्रमाण, देन विकल्प, जो चीज है ही नहीं उसका काल्पनिक डर. देन comes the sleep. That is also a vritti. That is the half of the time our life goes in sleep. We are having nidra. And the last is smriti. Smriti. So smriti is memory. So when we are not in all of these vrittis, we just keep on thinking about past and future. So most of the time our mind is not in the present moment. And so every time our mind keeps on pondering on this one of the vrittis, one or two of the vrittis, and we are not in the our drashtaswara. Right? And after that, Rishi explains in Sutra number 1.7, he says more about the pramana. So what are the types of pramana? Praman की जो वृत्ति है वो अलग-अलग तीन तरीके से होती है. So there are three types of pramana, and amongst them, first is pratyaksha pramana. So what is a pratyaksha pramana? When we say pratyaksha, so that is a direct inference. ना, जो चीज हमको सामने दिखती है उसको हम प्रमाण के रूप में लेते हैं. Say for example, कि आइसक्रीम. सो आइसक्रीम की आपको कल्पना नहीं करनी होती, बट आपके सामने है. So that is a direct proof that ice cream is there. So you will not ask for more proof के कहाँ भाई दिखाओ भाई, मुझे नहीं दिख रही है ये वो, right? But when you see it directly, then it is a pratyaksha pramana, right? Then the second is anugama. So anugama is what? You take inference from something, that कोई चीज हो गई है और उसके ऊपर से आप सोचते हैं कि हाँ अच्छा ये है तो ऐसा हुआ होगा, है ना. से फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ यू आपको धुआं दिखता है तो ये पता चलता है कि कहीं ना कहीं आग लगी हुई थी. देन इफ समवन फेस इज वेरी एंग्री, है ना, कुछ भी अगर मूड नहीं है या एक्सप्रेशंस कुछ डिफरेंट है फेस के ऊपर, तो आपको पता चलता है कि इसके साथ कुछ गलत हुआ है. This person is angry because of something. Something must have happened with this. And so that this person is not in a good mood and he's angry. So it's a, from something you take proof. और रास्ता गीला है तो आपको पता चलता है यहाँ पर कहीं ना कहीं बारिश हुई होगी. So this is the, from the inference. So अनुगामा, आप मन की धारणाओं के ऊपर से प्रूफ को ले लेते हैं. You find the proof from something, a reference. And the last, third is, Rishi explains about agama pramana. And agama pramana is solid proof, that written proof. So if we say the Patanjali Yog Sutra, so your mind will not go in asking or finding more proof, because it is already written. It is a solid proof. जैसे हमारे योगिक स्क्रिप्चर्स है, योगिक फिलोसॉफीज है, हमारे उपनिषद्स है, उन वेदास है, तो उनके लिए हम और प्रमाण नहीं ढूंढते. दैट देमसेल्फ इज अ सॉलिड प्रूफ, रिटन प्रूफ, है ना. जो आपका पासपोर्ट है, सो दैट इज द रिटन प्रूफ कि आपके पास ऑलरेडी है. सो आपको दिखा, वो जब आप दिखाते हैं तो कोई चीज आगे प्रूफ फाइंडिंग में नहीं जाती है. सो दीज आर द थ्री टाइप्स ऑफ प्रूफ, एंड दैट इज pratyaksha pramana, anugama pramana, and agama pramana. So next, moving on, sutra number 8, that is viparyayo mithya jnanam atadrupam pratistham. So here Rishi explains more about viparyaya. So viparyayo means, we have discussed that wrong knowledge, है ना, गलत ज्ञान. तो ये गलत ज्ञान क्या है भाई? तो मन ढूंढने जाएगा कि गलत ज्ञान क्या होता है. सही ज्ञान नहीं है वो, गलत ज्ञान, राइट. सो इस तरह से हमारा मन उसको लेता है कि जब हमारे अंदर ही कुछ धारणा है, हमारे मन के कुछ प्रतिभाव है, मन के कुछ थॉट्स है, when we are having some thoughts already in our mind, and that is pre-notion also we can say. And after that, we receive some situation. We perceive that reality with prejudiced mind. And there is always a gap between reality and your perception. Right? So, it is not possible that always you have a clear mind and whatever you see, you just take it directly. Always there is something in your mind, and from that atmosphere of your mind, you understand or you react or you respond to the situation. You know, say for example, कि कोई व्यक्ति आपसे मिला, या somebody comes to you to meet, but आपके मन में उसके लिए पहले से ही पूर्वाग्रह है, prejudice है. तो whatever the person is saying, you will not go with that, but you will go with your mind, with your mindset. कि हाँ, अच्छा इसने मुझे ये कहा because that person is thinking something bad about me. Or you can say, when two person is talking from a distance or from when you see them, and you have something in your mind, and you will say, oh, मेरी बात कर रहे हैं. No, these people are talking about me. They are talking bad about me. They must be praising you. You never know. But your mindset is like that, and you will understand that as a reality. But that is mithya gyan. Mithya is what? Is a wrong knowledge. And gyan is, mithya gyan is actually basically avidya, or because out of ignorance, whatever reality you perceive, that becomes viparyayo mithya jnanam. And whenever mind goes into viparya, then proof is a lower tendency. You know, whenever your mind is in proof, it is little less stronger than viparya. But when the viparya sets in, the proof finding vritti will not be dominant, because viparya is much more stronger than pramana. And you know, when the mind goes into viparya, it is very difficult to understand that this is wrong and that is right. Because हम जब मन बना लेते हैं ना, say for example कि हम दूध का ले लो एक example, कि दूध से आपको कुछ तकलीफ हुई, दूध की आइटम खाने से या कुछ भी दूध पीने से आपको एक बार तकलीफ हुई और आपके मन में बैठ गया कि हाँ, ये milk is bad, milk is not good for me. Then you will go every time with this perception of your mind or the pre-notion of your mind that whenever milk comes in front of you, you will always stay away and you'll say, no, I don't want, this is not for me. But maybe it may be almond milk or soya milk or something, the different varieties of milk. But your mind is already set that you are not going to have that milk. है ना? एक मन बन जाना, ये आदमी गलत ही है, फिर कहीं कितना भी वो सही हो, पर आपका मन उसके लिए prejudice हो गया. So वो वहां पर अटक जाता है. And that vritti is very strong. Many times we can say one more example of optical illusion. है ना, कई बार आप गर्मियों की सीजन में हाईवेज पे जाते हैं, ड्राइव पे निकलते हैं, तो बहुत दूर एट अ डिस्टेंस यू सी सम वाटर, है ना, कि पानी दिखता है आपको, बट बेसिकली वो पानी होता नहीं है. दैट इज अ मिराज और द ऑप्टिकल इल्यूजन, जो है ही नहीं, वो आपको वैसे आपको दिखता है कि अच्छा ये पानी के जैसा है. Yes, so these kind of vrittis are in mind, and when these viparya sets in, then praman is the lower value. Then praman is your mind will not go in the pramana vritti. So this is how the viparya is stronger vritti than pramana, and mithya gyan is ignorance. Once again, when your mind is set in all the kleshas, that is avidya is the root cause of all the kleshas. Right? We will see the kleshas in further sutras more in a detailed way. So this was about the sutra number 6, 7, and 8. So when we discussed in sutra number 1.3, the tada drastu swarupe avasthanam. So first Rishi gives us the drashta swarup, है ना, कि हर एक योगी का जो फाइनल डेस्टिनेशन है वो निरोध स्टेट को अचीव करना है ना, हमारे मन को पूर्ण तरह से निर्विचार स्थिति में ले आना, यही हर एक साधक का गोल है ना. Whatever we do, we listen to knowledge, we go for ज्ञान, then we just do all the pranayams, आसन करते हैं, मेडिटेशन करने की कोशिश करते हैं. ये सारी चीज हम क्यों करते हैं? क्योंकि हम हमारे मन को उस ठहराव पर ला सके, उस स्थिति पर ला सके जहां हम टिक जाए ना। बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि हम चाहते हुए भी वो स्थिति को अचीव नहीं कर पाते। क्यों? बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम वी आर नॉट इन अवर द फॉर्म ऑफ सीयर, बट वी बिकम द फॉर्म ऑफ वृत्तिस, एंड वृत्ति सारूप्यम मितरत्र, we become that vritti. And at that time, when our mind is wandering into all this vritti, we are not in our seer form, and we become that, we take the swarup, we take the रूप of that vritti. प्रमाण है तो प्रमाण का रूप ले लेते हैं, and जब प्रमाण का और ignorance का अंधकार पूरी तरह से मन पर छा जाता है, तो वो ज्ञान भी नहीं रहता कि मुझे अपने दृष्टा स्वरूप से ये वृत्तियां अलग कर रही है. So I have to, when you have the discrimination, when you understand that these vrittis are not me, then you are already in your drashta swarup, right? But these vrittis takes you away from your drashta swarup. So whenever we understand there's these 5 types of problematic and non-problematic vrittis are there, we always try to go back and just realizing and understanding that this is not me, and we separate ourselves from our mind, that this is my mind and this is not me. So when this knowledge takes you to go more easily towards your drashta swarup, right? So panchataya vrittaya panchataya klista aklistaha praman viparyaya vikalpa nidra smritayah viparyayo mithya jnanam atadrupam pratistam. So we discussed all these 8 sutras so far, and we'll be seeing next sutras in coming session. Till then, namaste.